How does a tiny channel with only 5,000 subscribers make $30,000 a month when there's YouTubers with millions of subscribers that are broke like these guys? Well, it's because one chooses the much easy, simpler, proven path that actually makes more money with less, whereas the others choose a path that is pretty much near impossible to do that doesn't make any money. And right now, I need you to make the decision on which path you want to go towards, because it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break down how you can actually build a business off the back of YouTube within your purpose to where you actually make more money with a smaller audience. So, look, the thing that we need to understand is that people like this here, these are content creators. All that they're worried about is getting as many views as possible. But what you need to understand is that views don't make money. Solving problems do. So content creators, they're chasing virality. They're chasing as many views as possible just for vanity metrics' sakes. But a contentpreneur is somebody that puts business first. A contentpreneur is somebody that is looking at content as a traffic engine to send leads and sales to their products and to their offers, right? So you need to understand that you don't get paid because people watched you. You get paid because people need a result. And that's where the money is made. And there's something a couple years ago that really changed my entire scope and journey on my entrepreneurship voyage, right? And I came across this small channel right here. So this guy right here, currently, you can see he has like 1,000 subscribers, right? But when I came across this channel a couple years ago, he only had about 300 or 400 subscribers. If you check out this channel right now, which I highly recommend that you don't, because there's nothing on the channel. He deleted every single video on the channel. But at the time, I was looking for information on how to build a community because I really was focused on building my community. It's crowded at the top. And there was nobody on the internet that was really talking about how to build communities. Yeah, communities were a hot topic and a lot of people were making content about how you can grow a community and how you can make money with communities, and still are. But their main vehicle for income was not a community, right? So I was looking for somebody that was running a community to learn how to run a community. Came across this guy. And all that he was talking about on this small channel that only had about 300 subscribers at the time was what he was doing with this YouTube channel right here that now has 42,000 subscribers. But a couple years ago, this channel only had about 5 to 6, maybe 7,000 subscribers, period. But he was talking about how he was making $30,000 per month off of a tiny micro niche YouTube channel that only had 5 or 6,000 subscribers. At the time, I was working social media. I built up a social media channel to over 100,000 followers, tens of thousands of TikTok followers. I had experimented with paid ads in the past. The most amount of money that I've spent on paid ads in a single month is a little over $100,000. Then I come across this guy that's talking about he's making $30,000 per month with a micro niche YouTube channel of only 5 or 6,000 subscribers. This was a couple years ago. Now he's built this up, still small YouTube channel, 42,000 subscribers over the past few years, brought it up from that 5 or 6,000. And if I had to make a calculated guess, he's probably making 6 figures per month. Still has a small YouTube channel, and he only gets like 1,000 to 3,000 maybe views per video. And at the time when he was making $30,000 per month, when he was talking about it on this channel right here, he was only getting like a couple to a few hundred views per video and capping out at like 1,000 or something like that, right? And if he had something to buy from this channel, teaching how to grow a membership or a community, I probably would have bought it from him at whatever price point he was offering. But he wasn't selling anything, and it makes sense for him business-wise to completely stop posting on this and just focus on this small YouTube channel that's probably paying them 6 figures per month, right? So what you need to realize is that you don't need to talk to everybody. Content creators are trying to talk and get everybody's attention. But when you try to talk to everybody, you have absolutely nobody to sell to. So typically, general content, it builds a mixed audience. And a mixed audience equals different problems, right? So if you have different problems, then that equals a weak offer. So that's why people with big channels struggle to build a business, because they have nothing to sell to their audience, because everybody is there for completely different reasons. And as a contentpreneur, all that you have to focus on is coming up with a solution for a specific problem for a specific person, and that's it. And that is the fastest way to actually make money on YouTube. So all that you do, you pick one problem and you solve that problem over and over again. So now you start to build an audience that is not random, and everybody that does tune into your content, they only tune into your content because they actually need help with what it is that you have to offer. So that's where the sales actually come from. And this thing where I say right here about to solve that one problem and do it over and over again, that's where a lot of creators struggle with. They always think that they need to do something different. But think about your favorite TV show or your favorite TV channel or even your favorite YouTuber. Why do you show up for them? Because they repeatedly give you what you want from them over and over and over and over again. You need to repeatedly show up enough solving the one problem that you solve for your audience that they start to believe in you and trust you as an authority within the space. That's how you become an expert. That's how you build trust. We're in the trust economy right now, but there's a major trust recession right now. So many people are skeptical, as they have every single right to be and should be skeptical. But people don't show up enough with enough repetition to actually build that trust, because trust is built through repetition. So you don't become the expert by only saying it once. You become the expert by saying it over and over again, by talking about the same problem over and over again. But you talk about that same problem from different angles, right? I like to call it Mexican food, my favorite food, actually. If you think of Mexican food, it's all the same ingredients, but positioned and placed differently on the plate, you have completely different dishes. A burrito and an enchilada and nachos and a quesadilla, they're all the same thing, all the same ingredients, all the same tortilla, but presented differently, they're completely different dishes, but it's all Mexican food. That's how you need to think about your content, right? And when you say the same stuff over and over again in different ways, now you become the trusted authority. Now you actually do become that expert. And there's so many people out there that don't think that they can get started, that don't feel confident, or think that they won't be able to build an audience because they're not the expert. But they don't realize this. They think that only the experts teach, right? But that's not the case at all. People actually become the expert because they teach, right? So a lot of people think that people teach because they're the expert. That's not it. People actually become the perceived expert in their space because they teach. So think about this. Every single person that you see on YouTube, why do you deem them to be an expert? It's because they consistently, repeatedly show up fixing and solving the same problems publicly to an audience. Therefore, over time, they become a trusted authority and people perceive them to be the expert. So people don't teach because they're experts. People become the expert because they publicly teach. You need to repeatedly show up. An example of somebody that I really, really respect in the business that he's built, a lot of people in the entrepreneur world don't like him, including my former self back when I was a stupid, dumb entrepreneur. But now I really understand a lot of stuff that he was saying for his audience, and I respect what he's built as a business and as a contentpreneur. Dave Ramsey. You familiar with Dave Ramsey? Dave Ramsey is probably one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid, educator that sells info products, digital products, and whatnot in the world. Dave Ramsey, for pretty much, if I had to guess, I don't know, 30, 40 years, has been helping people with their credit problems, has been helping people get out of debt, Dave Ramsey shows up every single day and talks about the same one problem for about 40 years straight. He's not thinking about what is the new thing that I can talk about. No, he's going to sit there and tell the same people on his talk show every single day that he posts on YouTube, pay this off, get out of debt, save this up, pay that off. He says the same thing over and over and over again. He's not thinking, I need to hop in a new niche. I need to hop on this new trend. No, he's built Ramsey Enterprises into a powerhouse of a business. Why? He focuses on one problem for one specific person. And when you're doing that, there's a lot of other people that are going through those same problems that one person that you're focusing on is. That's how you build an audience. And then as you build that audience, they come to know you through discovery. They come to like you because they're watching video after video after video. And now they see that you're consistently and repeatedly showing up. They now trust you. That's why they'll spend their money with you for your solution over somebody else's solution, right? So, contentpreneurs like a Dave Ramsey, contentpreneurs like you, think completely differently from a content creator. Content creators think that YouTube is the business. YouTube is not the business. YouTube is going to be your top of funnel, right? So just actually imagine a funnel, right? YouTube is going to be the engine that sends traffic, that sends leads to the top of your funnel. As people go through your funnel, your videos, they gain the attention, they build your trust, and they build your authority. So when YouTube sends people through the top of your funnel, something starts to happen that I call the binge and buy effect, right? People watch video after video after video after video, and then when they're at a certain point where they're actually ready to make a change, and when they're in enough pain to actually make a real change in their life, they're going to buy. And there's been a study by Google that says it takes people on average 7 hours in order to make a purchasing decision. Once you focus on building a micro niche YouTube channel and building your brand, people can get through this 7 hours within a day. Like people binge 7 hours of my content within a day or a couple of days, a week's tops, right? It's very simple to do. Now, I'm not saying every single person that buys from you is going to take this 7 hours. That's just a study that's done by Google. Some people are immediate buyers. Some people are buy in 30 minutes. Some people buy next week. Some people, they'll buy 8 months from now, right? That doesn't matter. The time's going to pass anyways, but just know at every point that somebody meets you, they're on a different point in their journey. Somebody's 7th hour that's happening today could be somebody else's 1 minute of meeting you. But you don't need to worry about that. Just know that you're building this catalog of evergreen content that is going to be working nonstop like no other social media channel. My most viewed YouTube videos on a monthly basis are things that I did 1 and 2 years ago. That's not possible on short form content, right? So this is just going to happen by default. And as your YouTube funnel compounds, you're going to have your offer making more money as well. And you now have these two powerful digital assets working together in tandem that are building your business long term. So YouTube is not the business. YouTube is going to be the engine to send leads, traffic, and sales into your funnel, to whereas your YouTube channel and your catalog is going to build that trust and build your authority. And then your offer is what actually makes the money, not the YouTube. YouTube AdSense, like them content creators want, it's literally just a cherry on top, right? And then you won't even be worried about brand deals or whatnot, because people that pay for brand deals or brand partnerships, which ain't a partnership, it's just a sponsorship, they have a business, they have a product, they have an offer, they have a service, and they're paying the content creators to get in front of their audience. But you're not really even worried about that if you have your own offer to offer to your audience. So always remember, pain equals profit. So the bigger the problem, the faster that people will click, the faster that people will watch, and the faster that people will buy. And the 3 main niches in order for you to actually monetize a small YouTube channel are going to be health, wealth, and relationships. That's where the money lives. And if you just think about this, typically anything that somebody's really going through, at the root of it, it usually falls in one of those 3 buckets. Now, there's actually 4 buckets. I said these are the main 3. The 4 are really health, wealth, relationships, and entertainment. But it's tough to make it in the entertainment business. That's why content creators are out here shucking and jiving and pouring salt on the floor. And because masks are like a soft shoe, because they're out here just entertaining people and doing as much goofy stuff as possible to get as many views as possible. So it's tough to make it in entertainment. But these 3, health, wealth, relationships. So a lot of people, they may be a personal development coach or have a personal development business, right? Or a personal development offer. But instead of making that a be a better you offer, have it tap into one of these 3. That's what I was literally telling somebody in my community last week. They want to talk about manifestations, but what does somebody want to manifest? So think of Napoleon Hill as an example. He has one of the best-selling books of all time, Think and Grow Rich. He didn't just name the book Think, right? He had Think go into one of these 3 relationships. One of these 3 categories, which he chose the wealth category, right? But that same exact book geared towards how to think and grow your wife or your husband, that same exact information that's in that book now becomes a relationship book, right? So typically, most things, no matter what it is, you can position it in a way to where it fits in one of these 3 categories. And remember, pain equals profit, because pain is the number one motivator that actually makes people move. And people will much rather be drawn away from their pain than led towards their pleasure, right? This is just basic human psychology. And your offer that you present to people from your YouTube channel, it should feel obvious. So your offer, you don't need to think product. You don't need to think community. You don't need to think course. You don't need to think template. You don't need to think whatever the actual mechanism is. What you need to think is logical next best step. That's how you need to frame, and that's how you need to position your offer. So if your audience sees your offer and they have to think, then you've already lost them. So it should feel like that's exactly what I need, right? So always think to place it as a logical next best step. And always remember, a small audience is always going to be better than a scattered audience. You want to have focused audience, right? You don't want to have a broad audience. What you want to do is that you want to go deep. That's what she said. But you don't want to go wide, right? So you don't need millions of views. You just need the right people watching. A small focused audience, it will out-earn a big random one 10 times out of 10. And I'm telling you, once you get out of getting distracted by all the vanity metrics of views and subscribers and really see those numbers for what they actually are and be like, those aren't just numbers on the screen. Those are real actual people. And what am I in this for? Pusha T has this line that I really like. He said, y'all want to be more famous than rich. That's actually what the song's called. More famous than rich. Like, are you in it for the fame? Are you actually in it for some money? And not only some money, but making money on your terms and doing something that you actually want to do and look forward to do and is moving within your purpose, right? Really sit and think, what are you in it for? And if it's actually here to build a peaceful, purpose-filled business, whereas you profit within your purpose, more so than being famous, then focus on that and only focus on those people. And don't get distracted by how few of those subscribers and views are. Start to really be appreciative of that and be like, yo, that's just not a number. That's an actual person that is using their most valuable asset right now, which is their time, because we don't get any of that back. And they're tuned into me. Let me obsess on coming up with solutions to this individual's problems so they can see that I spent more time on fixing their problems than they have, so they can now trust in me to invest their money into me to where I can truly help them. And then it's a win-win situation for everybody. And then you will build your business, you will build your income, impact, and influence. They will get a result. And then just how people are, they will in turn feel indebted to you, and they'll give you a testimonial. When you focus on over delivering for people, people actually sell for you. And then you don't even have to do so much selling. So many people say, oh, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to sell. Well, if you focus on obsessing on other people's problems, you consistently, repeatedly show up on YouTube to show them that you have obsessed over coming up with a solution to their problem more than they have. They'll trust in you. They'll buy your stuff. They'll get a result. And then their good word will do the selling for you. Then all that you have to say is, hey, it worked for them. It worked for them. It worked for them. They actually sell for you. So most creators, they do the absolute bare minimum. But if you go further than expected, if you actually care, if you surprise people, they will market for you. Word of mouth is greater than everything else. I don't really have to do much to sell my community. They sell it for me. And if you're ready to actually turn a micro niche YouTube channel into a real business online, then go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this crowded at the top community. But what you need to focus on is the right thing. And focus, FOCUS, stands for follow one course until successful. So stop chasing viral, start owning a problem, and then you will become a trusted authority, and you'll see that you don't need to have the biggest audience to actually have a big business. So go ahead and check out this video right here for a complete course on how you can complete this system and actually make more while working less with a small YouTube channel. Break it all down right here. It's crowded at the top.